Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
All right, folks, we thank you for sticking around here with us on BTW21. I'm Dustin Staples with you on this nice spring February day. It's kind of weird saying that because we're supposed to be saying on this cold, frigid February, but instead we're saying more like April and March terms for our hometown. So going down as one of the warmest Februarys ever recorded in history for our area. No surprise there, I would imagine. So far, 3 months of winter, we've seen little to any snowfall reported in any of our hometowns, and that trend is going to continue for us as we welcome in the month of March, coming in like a lamb lion. We'll talk about that in a second there. But again, I'll begin with a photo. Luis took this in his backyard there. There's some daffodils blooming. Of course, a fun fact about these things, they've got a sort of a corona shape to them, which is basically like a crown of some sort. So if you do know a lot about flowers, I know particularly a lot of biologists and people that study in the garden know a lot about flowers and planting and things of that nature. So it's too early to be seeing these already in store. And also, if you look very closely here, there's a little bit of that pollen that's already on there. So unfortunately, pollen levels in February or March now going into tomorrow, we're talking about pollen and spring-like flowers. Thanks, Luis. Again, I apologize for not showcasing that yesterday. Ran a lot of overtime and had a lot going on. Temperatures are going to feel more like spring again still. Go ahead and fire up that grill for the heck of it because it's been so warm, and it's going to feel very nice tonight with those clear skies and calmer breezes. So it shouldn't be as breezy as it was overnight and or early this morning. So hopefully if you had trash day this Monday, you probably were aware of that. It was very breezy and very windy out there at time to time. Temperatures tonight are going to fall in the 40s with clearer skies and chilly temperatures because we've been so warm for the last several nights. And there are 44 Ararat, 45 Stewart. We'll go up to the mid 40s and low 40s here. 41 Rocky Mount and Fair, and 45 there in Ridgeway, 42 here in the city of Martinsville and parts of the county. So daytime highs, this is what January and February was supposed to feel like. Nothing like what we're seeing right now. So unfortunately now our overnight lows are feeling like our daytime highs at this moment in time. So just unbelievable of how warm it has been for our hometowns. Taking a look for across some area highs tomorrow, coming in the upper 60s again. Now some areas will see cooler temperatures because of cloud cover increasing. Boones Mill, Rocky Mount, Ararat, and Woolwine all staying in lower 60s, mid 60s, and upper 60s here in the city of Martinsville and Ridgeway. So that's why we're seeing much cooler temperatures out to the west, because we'll see clouds increasing. And by the way, happy March 1st to you. It is coming in like a lamb. I'm going to show you why in a second, why I said it's going to be coming in like a lion, because we got storms approaching our region. I know, thunderstorms, again, on time, I guess, at this moment of time. You know, at this whole winter, you know, you and I both, our viewers here, could also probably be weather enthusiasts because of how warm it's been. Temperatures tomorrow, again, the 60s, giving tomorrow 7 out of 10. That rain will be moving in overnight as well. Let's take a look ahead to the weekend, and it's going to be breezy once again, but not as windy as it was on Monday evening. Thanks to that directional flow, we'll have high pressure. It's going to settle in, moving us, giving us a south and westerly breeze for our region. So temperatures for Saturday and Sunday are going to feel like March finally. Something this seems about right. This is what I should be saying for this time of the month of March, not February or January even. We had so many record high temperatures, or getting close to it, for the month of February. Again, we were flirting with 80 degrees almost a week ago. Now we're back to normal for the month of March. Well, not normal, but reasonable temperatures, to say the least. Something I would expect in late March and early April. The average high for the start of March is right around 53 degrees, so we're getting right to where we need to be, sort of, getting to that point in time. So 53 to 56 degrees is the average high for the month of March. These daytime highs are more like early April. Increasing sunshine, spring-like temperatures will develop for us. We'll see breezy conditions from time to time, but not expecting a windy weekend. But if you do anything this weekend, just do know that there's no rain, by the way, in the forecast. And this is the final weekend that we're going to have our sunsets at 6 o'clock, because next weekend we'll be turning our clocks ahead 1 hour before you go to bed. That is March 11th going to the 12th of that Sunday morning. So make sure you set your clocks ahead 1 hour, and of course we'll have later sunsets, but again, we'll have later sunsets and earlier sunrises and with this as well. And again, overnight lows are going to remain fairly chilly. All right, let's take a look and explain to you what the world we've got going on for the next couple of weeks, because there is a transition time. It's coming. I think Mother Nature has been so nice to us. She has forgot to feel like what March and winter, or what winter has been like. So we'll have a warm start to March tomorrow. We're going to be in the 60s and 70s, like I already told you that. We will see some storms, possibly. Got a strong storm system that's moving in our region. This could produce some gusty winds on Friday. The possibility of a rumble of thunder or two can't even be ruled out. So possibly our second thunderstorm of the winter season, because technically spring begins 19 days from now. So March 21st is the first day of spring. So if you're counting that down already, I mean, you would have thought we've already been in it. If you woke up from a long winter's nap, you're saying, hello, what the heck is this? Where's the snow? Why is it pollen and birds blooming and chirping outside my window in the morning? Well, yes, so March officially, or meteorological spring, begins tomorrow, the first day of spring, which is the astronomical spring begins on March 21st, which is 19 days away. And I pose the question here because, yes, there is something coming by mid-month. There are signals indicating that we may have a pattern flip moving in our region for mid-month right now. Now, I want to say this. You're going to see computer models spit out these absurd things that it's, first of all, irresponsible for me to share to you, because it's not reliable for someone to post something 2 weeks out, or even better yet, 200 plus hours ahead of what they should be seeing. So you're going to be seeing stuff over the internet over the next couple of weeks regarding something. I'm not going to tell you what that is, because it's irresponsible on everybody's party of this circumstance. So there are some changes that we may see a cooler half of the month. Does that mean snow? Possibly. We just got to wait and see what happens with that, because right now things are still well up in the air between now and the mid-month of March. So as you all know, we have got our biggest snows in this type of the month, and typically we've already seen several snowstorms or several snow events leading up to this point in time. Because what's now happening is that we're going to get that later sunset, and again the sun angle begins to get a little higher in the sky. Then that allows us to get less chances of seeing more snowfall. However, though, if the temperatures can succumb, those temperatures, let's say the temperature readings like 50 degrees, but the ground temperature, let's say the air temperature is like 30 to 40 degrees, and the ground temperature is like 45, 50 degrees, and let's say we get a snow event, not saying this is going to happen, but let's say we do, and the snow is coming down at a pretty heavy rate, it could overcome the ground temperatures and again allow that snow to stick pretty lengthy for some time. So we'll see what happens between now and the end of March. I know this has been a very sad winter for snow lovers out there, but hey, our spring-like fans have been enjoying it since pretty much the second week of January, just about, again, minus that cold spell we had during the week of Christmas. So one more time, we'll keep you recapping. We'll see warm days tomorrow, some 60s near 70, recess, cookout, go to the picnic, take a picnic to the park, whatever you're doing, a great day to do that. And then again, we'll see some showers moving in late Wednesday night, and that will persist through much of Thursday, and going into the first full weekend of March will prompt some thunderstorms for our Friday. Y'all take care, everybody. We'll have a lot more coming up your way right after this.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.